What's up, everyone? We're going to give you a nice review here on the JennAir wall oven. We're on the V2, the twin fan. So first off, check the rise on this one. So this is the rise handle. So it's really an etched diamond shape pattern. Really ergonomic, really cool. They won a lot of awards for this. Really pro look. I pull my hand on it, I know it's working. So pop in the oven, and I've used this a bunch. The glide racks with the flat tines I love, really cover a little more surface area, less vibration on the food too. So this is a win in my book. I love the flat tines. I'm sure everybody's going to be going to this. Straight on, let's talk about the meat and potatoes right there. That's the V2, that's the twin fan convection. So for all of you out there that don't know, convection is kind of the best here. So when we hit convection, depending on which setting we're using, these fans are going to turn on. There's another heat source behind this fan. So picture the heat source heating up and the fan pushing that hot air towards the glass. And see these vents here by my finger? So I'm hitting them there. So those vents are actually pushing air out to different directions in the oven. So what's that mean to us at home? It means that it's going to preheat faster, and we're gonna cook more efficiently with the air moving around the cavity of the oven. So we get that professional restaurant quality look from our oven at home. Amazing stuff. There's nothing you can't beat about using convection. Preheats faster, cooking more efficiently. When we talk about more efficient, there's a converting button in this JennAir wall oven that will convert your recipes from baked to convection, which is amazing. I will show you that as well. So let's close this oven door. All right, let's turn on our upper oven and we'll scroll down. There's a million features here, but convert recipe for convection. So here it is. Let's talk about our bread and butter, our cookies right here. Everybody does cookies. Our original recipe is bake 350 for, let's say, 12 minutes. That's like a standard cookie recipe. So I'll hit set and go, and here's what's gonna happen. Here's our original one. And the highlighted is the converted. So they dropped it 325 for 12 minutes. So they dropped it 25 degrees. So this is a really, really good outlet and app to have built into your oven to really show you how it drops temperature. It does it for you. Nothing's easier than that. Let me highlight a few other pieces of my favorites in this JennAir oven. The Culinary Center, which is like their pride and true. This does everything you need. All of JennAir's built-in recipes. So roast, pork, poultry, you wanna make that tenderloin, you wanna make that prime rib, it's here. Even meatloaf is on there. So here's the cool part. You can select what you want, then you'll hit the next button. Then it'll ask you what temperature, because we'll be using the internal roast probe. Another key feature from JennAir is the built-in roast probe. It really plugs right in the oven. You know, it goes right in the protein. It's an accurate temperature without opening the door. Keep checking it. Really keeps the heat in, keeps you cooking. So you could tell the difference here. Look, rare will go really red if you don't know what rare is, medium, and vice versa down the line. So I would do a medium rare one. It'll select the pan for you. So now you can adjust pans. So a high-walled roasting pan to a flat broiling pan. This is key in cooking because it's really dealing with that twin fan convection. It's gonna alter the convection state so it knows what size pan. If a flat sheet tray, the air will fly right off. With a higher wall, it'll have to go around it. So being that we give it this information, it's gonna know the exact setting to use. So we'll hit next. It'll tell us exactly everything we typed in. We'll scroll down. It'll even highlight the rack we have to use. I love this, okay? So now it'll tell us the rollout rack. It'll show us a picture of a tenderloin, show us our roast probe, show us exactly where to put the roast probe in. Nothing can be easier than this. That's why it really makes my job super easy. Then all you would do is hit start and go. We don't have anything in the oven right now, unfortunately. I would love to eat a piece of tenderloin, but this is strictly for showing you the review on the amazing features. Let's touch on a couple other features. Let's get out of the Culinary Center, talk about, no preheat one rack cooking. This is one that people don't highlight enough. What this is for any convenience, anything that's like fully cooked, you can turn this oven on to 350, put it in the middle rack and actually cook with a cold oven. So you're talking about convenience foods. Kids need nuggets, kids need a fully cooked pizza, French fries coming out of the freezer, things like that that are fully cooked. Now they can go on a tray, they can go right in this oven cold, and what the oven is gonna do is it's gonna rotate the heat around. So it's gonna jog the broiler, jog the bake element, jog the convection fan a little at a time till everything's fully cooked and heated. This is a time saver and an amazing feature. Let's go back, let's hit cancel, wherever upper oven is, let's hit upper cancel, and we'll go back to the main screen, and I'll just scroll. There are over 13 different settings for your oven here. I won't bore you and go through them all. One I love is the remote start. If you enable this and you go on your trusty phone and download the JennAir app, you can control this oven from your app. So you can monitor cooking. You can get updates if someone's using your oven and playing with your toys while you're not there. But it really gives you a great idea for people that don't know how to cook in your household. If you hit prime rib, you hit tenderloin, you download the recipe, you set the oven from your app, you know, your husband, wife, significant other, whoever that doesn't know how to cook can just pop it in and let it go. So it really helps out and monitor the cooking so you don't physically have to be there to be an amazing chef. The app is outstanding. Okay, I talked about the convection. Let's talk about True Convect really quickly. So this is True Convection. This is pure European convection. This is outstanding in that oven. By pure European convection, I mean those two fans in the back are just pushing air, no top heat, no bottom heat. So that's really where we're gonna do 3 trays of cookies, do that big holiday bake. If we're having a bunch of people over, this is really our workhorse. It's the most even heat in the oven. If I hit True Convection 350, every rack receives the same heat and it makes it amazing. Let's talk about another one. This is the last one I'm gonna talk about, Convection Slow Roast. So it's 12 hours, 8 hours, and 4 hours. It's gonna be nice and low temperature. This is best for tough cuts of meat. Say if we did like racks of ribs or lamb shanks, things like that. Now we can roast them low and slow instead of using a crock pot or some other method. Now we can have them wrapped in here low and slow without overcooking it. Very gentle cycle from a very powerful oven, okay? That is sweet. And let's touch, I gotta go through the last one. Let me go right down here. So even with all your amazing cooking, you can go to keep warm, turn this into a warming drawer. It'll hold your food hot at 170 degrees. All your amazing creations, everything you've done in the Culinary Center, make sure you don't have to overcook it. By hitting the keep warm button and hitting start, it'll monitor that airflow and that low temperature. Can't overcook anything. It makes everything a dream. This is just a great review of the JennAir wall oven. I tell you what, it is a beast and does work well in our kitchen. So hope you enjoyed this and hope you use some of these fantastic settings in your kitchen.